I'm the diamond expert for QVC US. If you're here already at the top of the show, you probably know that. Hello, good morning. I'm here in the Sunshine Studio today. Mama Pat is back in Philadelphia, and oh, do we have some goodies for you? I'm telling you. I always love this time of the week because we get together, talk about pretty things, talk about special events that have been coming up in your lives and our lives and everyone's lives. We have an anniversary this last week, and so that's why I'm down here. We took a few days. We went down to Treasure Island in St. Pete Beach. Ron and I actually met on St. Pete Beach and got married there. And so it's fun to go back and kind of revisit, right? Man, I'll tell you what though, his blood is thinner than mine. He's got this house at about 100 degrees. I'm not used to it yet. So I know those of you that are up north, you're going, wow, wow, wow. It's chilly up here. Mom was telling me it's they had frost warnings and everything else up in Philadelphia. But anyway, if I'm glowing, it's because it's a little warm in the house. All right. So lots of good things to talk about. This giant is back in stock. We did a big bold show, I guess, about 3 months ago, and people loved it. This was one of our top sellers, and we were able to get just a few back in stock in each of the sizes. So if that's been on your wish list, that's probably pretty good news for you here today. So yeah, I thought I would share an old time, like 22-year-old photo of some of our family. Of course, my dad, who's no longer with us, my mom, Grandma Clara's in the mint green here. If you want to kind of get up a little close, Mama Pat is looking beautiful in her off-the-shoulder black dress. Ron looks dashing. Even my two little nephews up here in the front, they're so tiny in this picture. It was fun. It was a fun day and just a really great memory. So again, I want to thank Mom Pat and my dad up in heaven for having really set the stage for a beautiful day that day. It was awesome. Loved it. And we love the dances are. Now we didn't stay there this time. We instead decided to rent an Airbnb and do more of a real true beach vacation. So that's why I look like a radish, but I had a great time. It was so much fun. So anniversaries are something, of course, to always celebrate and reflect and take a moment. But it doesn't have to be in a grand gesture. It can be in something like this, which is a really pretty necklace. I love the Etruscan style on this piece, and that's why it's a part of our show here today. Now, this is not a sales show. It's more of an informational show, like what makes it Etruscan, what are lab grown diamonds. So if you have questions, put them in the chat. Mom's going to pass them to me, and then I'll reach back to you. You can also email me directly at any time at hello@ursolidgold.com. We're not affiliates. We do this because we love jewelry. And, when I'm on the air at QVC, there's not a lot of time to really dig into a lot of this stuff that I know you have an interest in. So if you want to know, how many points in this piece, for example, there's a quarter carat in this necklace. It is sterling silver. In the yellow gold or in the white, the yellow gold is 14 karat gold over sterling silver. The white version is rhodium plating over sterling silver. So, it kind of just depends. Do you like sunshine or do you like moonlight? Is this going to be your signature piece? And perhaps you could even afford to get both because I know you're going, yeah, right. I can buy two diamond necklaces, right? Well, in this case, because it's set in sterling silver, it's only 292.98. $292. There's a lot of people that spend that every single day on CZ jewelry, right? And so I want to invite you to level up your game a lot. These are diamonds and they're high quality diamonds. All of the diamonds that you're going to see right now are going to be in VS plus clarity. That means very slightly included or better. They're also going to be eye clean. So eye clean, VS plus you're going to be looking at near colorless diamonds. All right. They're full cut, full faceted. There's a whole wreath full of them if you're looking at them as a potential gift for the holidays. But the Etruscan style is what I think is so interesting. The way the outer edge sort of twists like a rope. And a rope is symbolic of family and of unity and so of strength. So I really like that given today's nature and time and history. I love this whole concept of the circle of life as unity, that whole message of family. It's just amazing. And again, a wreath if you're looking for a holiday inspiration as well. There I am on the set wearing the white version of it. As you can see, it's not tiny, but it's also not overwhelming. A lot of the circles tend to get really large and kind of chunky and very costumey. This is not that necklace. This has much more of a refinement about it, much more of a twinkle in those full cut, full faceted diamonds. It's just something really, really special. Oh, they also put it on 3 Easy Pay, I noticed this morning, of $98. I didn't mention that the other day. In fact, I don't even know if it was on 3 Easy Pay the other day, but it is now. So the round pendant has beautiful texture. It's about the size of a dime, maybe a little bit more gracious, and it just is a matter of taste. I had worn the white. Here's the yellow to give you an idea of what that's going to look like against skin tone. It is truly sunny and warm and really beautiful. It's just a nice, petite, dainty piece that you can layer and stack or wear all by itself. Hey guys, if you do love this kind of Etruscan feel, at the very end of the show, there's going to be a pair of hoop earrings that were made to go with this. They're not in a circular design face forward. They're instead in a hoop, but they have the same kind of detailing. So you might want to be sure you can stay to the end. It's not going to take us too long today. Again, this is a gorgeous piece. It's going to fill your neckline. It could become your personality piece. You could layer it with the simple solitaire that you've had for years, but it's just pick your favorite color and indulge a little bit today, right? You can find it at QVC.com. Again, the item number is J454791. I give it to you verbally. Mama Pat, who's in the studio, and I can see many of you are chatting with her right now, which is terrific. Throw her some love if you wouldn't mind, a few hearts. And while you're there, subscribe or like it. We would really appreciate it. We do this just because we love jewelry, and we want to give you the information that you need so that when you do go anywhere to buy diamonds, that you can buy with a lot of confidence. But I happen to think that QVC has got an incredible diamond program. It's been around for over 20 years. They've been selling really high quality diamonds, but lab grown diamonds have really emerged there since I think it was 2017 when Rick Domeyer and I launched this collection. And it is the fastest growing collection at QVC. So it's a really, really nice piece. Well, speaking of nice, oh my gosh, if you love fancy colors and diamonds, you probably are drooling just a wee little bit right now. I mean, that's a pretty great solitaire. It's got that right vivid intensity without being too garishly golden. Do you know what I mean? When you see yellow diamonds that have a real intense yellow mustard color, it's a dead giveaway that what you're looking at, more than likely, is heat treated diamond. Nothing wrong with that, but if you want more of that natural color, oh, this is beautiful. Now, you say, well, these are lab grown diamonds. What do you mean natural color? Well, when you grow a diamond, what you're actually doing is you're mimicking what happens in the earth. So they are naturally grown, but they're grown in a controlled environment. Like, as an example, we always use the example of roses. When you give your mom, hi, mom, a dozen yellow roses, which that's usually the color that I give her, she doesn't say to me, were those roses grown in a hothouse or were they grown out in the wild? She just says, thank you for the beautiful roses because they're no less of a rose wherever they grow. These diamonds are grown from the seed of a diamond and they grow over time in a protected environment. So they don't all turn out pristine like this, but the ones that do, they make it to QVC in the form of jewelry. So what they've done in the case of the yellow diamond that you're looking at, let me show you a side view of it, is they've been able to mimic what happens in Mother Nature over millions of years of time. So in order for a diamond to become yellow naturally, there has to be a couple of things that happen. Most importantly, there has to be an interruption in the lattice structure when it's growing. So if it would normally grow like this, there has to be a pocket that forms. And then what goes into that pocket needs to be nitrogen. When you start to think about this, and diamonds are millions of years old, billions of years old, plus they're hundreds of miles beneath the Earth's surface, the odds of those two things happening are so rare and so scarce. It's no wonder that they're so expensive naturally. That's why people a lot of times will turn to, pressure and treatment in order to get that yellow color from a diamond that otherwise could maybe have become yellow in those additional millions of years. So I hope I'm clear on that. What it is it's something that they've just figured out, and they can harness those two things, the interruption in the lattice structure and the nitrogen, to get these colors that are premium. You have two choices. You can either get it in white gold or you can choose it in yellow gold. You can't tell a tremendous difference. I personally really like the yellow, but it's all a matter of what you like to wear. The golden color of the center diamond, I think, personal opinion, I think it's more prominent in the yellow setting. It sort of enhances or adds flair to the golden color of the diamond. But if you want to show off its true nature and you like it against that icy white, that's really totally up to you. It's just a matter of your choice. But know that you're getting this for a fraction of what you would have expected to pay in the retail market for natural diamonds from the earth. You're going to get it for $2,024.98 if you choose at QVC.com. It's on 3 easy pays of $675. I love this group. I can see you guys talking to one another, and thank you so much for that. You know what? I love that. That's why we come back week after week to do this. We have made so many friendships with so many of you, and we feel like we're sort of becoming family or extended family. I mean, we hear first sometimes before even the fiance to be, when the big day is coming, when they're going to pop the question, when you're celebrating an anniversary, how you're celebrating, birthdays. I mean, graduations, all of these things, we really become a part of the fabric of what you have going on in your life, which I just love that. So thank you again for taking the time to share with us. It really does mean a lot. This is one of the most personal decisions that you make in the world of jewelry and mementos, things that you hold really dear to your heart. Now this ring comes in size 4 through 11, so you don't have to wait for your size. Oftentimes if you do go to a jewelry store, first of all, you have a hard time finding yellow diamonds. I think you're going to see more of them now that they can be lab grown, because they'll be more plentiful. Which is why I want to say something. People ask me all the time, because I am a diamond expert, generally speaking, right, in both natural and lab grown. So you're like, which do I buy for me? It's really a matter of your personal preference. If you are buying something in the lab grown world, know that you're getting a very inexpensive price, right? But you are trading off the rarity and the scarcity of that stone. So you can get a more perfect stone for about a third of the price, which is amazing. You can get a much larger stone than you ever thought possible, which in our case makes sense to me because we don't have children. I don't plan on passing my jewelry down. I want to wear it and enjoy it. So I want the most premium goods that I can buy. Now, if we are, let's say, celebrating an anniversary, like for example, this ring that I'm wearing here, we bought this when we were on vacation to celebrate an anniversary. This one came from the earth, and I like that connection to Mother Nature sometimes. It just depends on what I'm celebrating, what my mindset is at the time. Aha. Now, this is where we got married. This is on the day. What was really, some of you that have watched me throughout the years, you might know that I was a host at HSN before I actually became a diamond expert and really got the fever and the passion ignited for diamonds and colored gemstones. And anyway, you may know Liz Benbrook. You guys remember Liz Benbrook? She was a model at HSN and then became a very good host for a number of years. She's still in the business, actually, not in front of the camera, but working behind the camera. But the reason I bring her up is she was our officiant that day. So this is Ron and I on the steps at the Don Cesar. The beach is just steps away. It was a beautiful, wonderful day in October, obviously. This last weekend was our anniversary. So happy anniversary, honey. If you do want a really spectacular, gorgeous, gooey, big rock, this is the kind of thing that you see on movie stars. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I could tell you, I could name half a dozen stars, celebrities that wear emerald cuts. They just love the shape, love the cut, because it shows off the quality of the diamond. You can't hide anything when you cut a stone like that. And when you're cutting an 8-carat, it becomes even more challenging. Now, I know you're thinking, oh, yeah, right, I've got a yacht. I can have that. Well, I want you to think for just a moment what your budget was when you bought your diamond ring so many years ago. The sweet spot right now seems to be right around that $5,000 to $8,000 range, okay? And I've never been one to say you need to spend 6 months of your salary or whatever crazy thing that was all about. I say buy what you can afford to buy and buy it because you love it. The great news is if you love this and you've had that kind of budget in mind for a very simple ring, I can get you this. This is $6,377. And today, and it changes like mad, but today I can offer you size 6 through size 10 in this ring, so you won't have to wait for your size. I mentioned that a bit ago with the yellow diamond. You don't want to have to worry about you know, if the ring's going to get there on time, if it's going to get there in time for you to surprise her on a special vacation or whatever it happens to be. You have ways to even expedite the shipping on something like this if you really wanted to take care of things. And the other part of it is, if let's say she didn't like it or it didn't fit, you can return within usually 30 days, but right now, any of the things that you see in the show, you can return until the end of January next year. So if you want to wear this for the party season, if your rellies are coming over on Thanksgiving and you want to make sure you got some big honking rock on your hand and you're not quite certain if you're going to keep it, buy it today, wear it, see what you think. If you don't get compliments galore, then send it back. This guy is about 3/4 of an inch from the top to the bottom. It's huge. Now, look at the detail. Can you, this is what I love about this piece. The emerald cut, which shows the clarity of the diamond, has long, lean facets, right? So how do you give it a little extra vitality? You put diamonds down by that last facet, which is called the culet. And in the case of an emerald cut, it's a keel line. It's a long line instead of a point. And so when you put diamonds along the edges and the sides, it just brightens it up. It makes it look even more lively and immense and beautiful. I mean, honestly, this is the rainbows and unicorns piece, without a doubt. I think it's one of the prettiest things that we have in our entire inventory, and it's, in the big scheme of things, it's moderately priced. Whether you're purchasing that little pendant that we saw at the beginning for under $300, or whether you're buying this for $6,000, the quality is way up here. I want to talk about the Gemological Institute of America in just a moment and what's changing in the world of grading lab-grown diamonds. I'm still giving you the information as I know it to be, which is every diamond here is going to be VS+, which means very slightly included, which is up here. If the scale runs this way, it's up here. Very slightly included to flawless. We always go at a minimum standard or better. Most jewelers will go plus or minus 7%. But we mandate that it's here or better. So that's a really big reason to shop at QVC, in my humble opinion. Also, as far as colorless quality goes, when you're the best you can be and you're a diamond, you're a D, like donut. That's a good thing. So a D like donut, all the way to Z like zebra. All right? So don't buy around the Z area, that's for sure. D, E, or F are colorless diamonds, and those are very, very expensive. The only reason to buy a colorless diamond is for, in my opinion, for the rarity, scarcity, but also for the bragging rights of owning a colorless diamond. And I have one, I love it, I've always wanted one, I'm really glad I have it. But if you want to save some money and nobody's going to be able to tell the difference with the naked eye, only very sophisticated equipment and a lot of training will tell you that it's near colorless or better instead of colorless. So near colorless to colorless will be your range, not plus or minus 7%. So it's a really spectacular piece of jewelry. You can have these appraised, you can have them insured, just like you would any other diamond, because they're diamonds, grown from the seed of a diamond, grown in a protected environment. These are 100% diamond and they are spectacular. If you haven't had a lab-grown diamond on your hand, put one on your hand and walk it around the house. You're going to fall in love. I love the shoulders here. Isn't that pretty? It's so feminine. It's so curvaceous and beautiful. And the way it crosses, it's like an infinity symbol on the side, which again is a wonderful symbol to be wearing on your finger if you are looking for engagement pieces. But this ring is so New York. It's so flamboyant. It's so rock star-esque. And like I was saying, if you want a nice list of women who wear emerald cut diamonds on their hand, celebrities, love this, just go ahead and Google it. Just go ahead and ask ChatGPT to give you a list of, I almost hate to say that because my phone will go there, but a list of celebrities who wear this type of thing. And it can be you. I mean, you live the lifestyle now in lab-grown diamonds, and it's just fantastic. Size 6 through 10, oh, it is on 3 easy pays of $2,126. So if you put down $2,100, we can ship you the ring today. You can try it on, you can feel the weight in that gold. This is all solid 14 karat gold. You'll see how nice it is. If you want to keep it, great, equal installment payments, no penalty for paying it off early or no extra interest, any of that. You can use whatever credit card you choose. If you decide you don't like it or you need another size, they've got free exchanges for sizes, but only if they're available. So that's why you gotta act fast, like before the holidays hit, really, if this is the kind of thing that you want. This is the most extreme one of these rings that I saw in inventory. I like to highlight one exceptional piece at least per live stream. So if you want to see more of them, you can go to QVC.com and you can just type in Firelight lab grown diamond rings, sort by size or price or stone, whatever you want, and you'll find all kinds of goodies. Every diamond has been sent to the Gemological Institute of America for you to be inspected before it's set into jewelry. Nobody else does that, which is why I am in love with QVC as a place to buy diamonds. They go, I mean, more than the extra mile. They go not only down the block, but, you know, all the way to Disney and back. We're talking about a really good process for you. And it gives you great peace of mind. Now, this guy, I can't spend a lot of time here, and I'll tell you why. We had this in the live stream on Monday, and the quantity basically sold out. We may have one or two that pop back into stock, so if you love it, keep this item number handy and keep checking, okay, at QVC.com. It is J453084. I've never before put an item that is sold out in the live stream, but this was such a flurry of activity, and if, just in case they get more in or one pops back in stock, there's nothing else like it in the entire selection, okay, yet. I'm hoping we do more because I really love it. It's a carat 69, and look at the gold. That's a popcorn chain, and it's a very wide gauge. It's about 3/8 of an inch wide. So good. The fluidity is obvious when you pick it up. It almost feels like a slinky. It's got this wonderful feel about it. And it's got an upgraded clasp as well. The clasp is the kind that goes around the back and clicks into place. This is a really secure piece. I wanted to also leave this in today because I wanted to give you guys, because you're some of my best customers that do watch here at these, you know, the QVC customers that watch here on YouTube. When you see, and this is a new thing, when you see in the top line description that the word bold is there, what that is we're trying to work out the verbiage to be able to say what I want to say to you. But I will tell you that it is the best quality plating that you're going to find at QVC. It is thick gold. It is rich. It is over the top, much more than what we need to do. So you're looking at a plating over sterling silver, which will get the price down and allow us to offer you more diamonds. There are stations like this in 3 rows all around the bracelet. It's just yummy. I mean, it's popcorn, kind of meets tuba gas. It's something gentlemen can wear, ladies can wear. It's just a really good bracelet. $1,125. But again, get on a wait list if you can. I'm not even sure it's available that way. 1 or 2 might pop back into inventory in the next day or two, but after the live stream on Monday, it really flew out the door. It's just gorgeous. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on it just in case you can't get it. Next up, and do stay with me. Is this the bracelet? Hang on. Because at the end, is that the bracelet? That's Ron and I. Yes, that is an anniversary about 10 years ago. Again, I was feeling very nostalgic putting this together. You know, diamonds do mark the passage of time. They're so special. I mean, it's a gemstone unlike any other, and that it's the one that we put our love into. And, you know, I hear all the time, and I've heard this for 20 years, the colored gemstone industry keeps saying, oh, it's on the rise. Colored gemstones are the way that people are going. Not yet. They're really not. Now, there may come a time where they are. And certainly, if you're the kind of person that loves color, I do love color. I mean, I would be open to that. But there's nothing, I would wear it as a right-handed ring or as an anniversary piece. I still want diamonds. I still want that purity of diamonds on my left hand. But that's just me. So you tell me in the chat, what do you prefer? Like if you're, for engagement I'm talking about, for engagement, for your wedding ring, do you prefer color or do you prefer diamonds in color? Now, I think that is a really good solution to that whole question, right? Anyway, that's just me. All right, did I get it here? Oh, that's still Ron and I. There we go. Earrings. At the beginning of the show, and if you did join us late, I'm going to go backwards through the slideshow at the very end so that you can see what I'm talking about here. You'll see each of the items and their item number. And again, if you did join us late, I'm Michele Lau. I'm a GIA graduate in colored gemstones and in diamonds. I love jewelry, and we're here for you. We present QVC product to sort of illustrate what's going on in trends, in fashion, historically, what's going on in jewelry. And this has that Etruscan flair. You see diamonds through the center, and you've got 20 points of diamonds here. And then you have a twisted cable along the edges. Now, from Monday to today, the price has changed on these in a good way. So on Monday, the price was $412. And this is why it's really important that you do check in with us every now and again. They marked them down to $287.98. So you're saving 30% off. They're on 3 easy pay of $96. And they're about a quarter carat. They come not only in the white, but I actually really love the yellow. And so it just depends on what looks best on you. The white is actually a little bit more historic. And the reason I say that is diamonds were first set in sterling silver before they were ever set in gold. So it was very prevalent, especially around the Victorian age, to see a lot of silver set diamonds. So they have a different kind of, let me go back to show you, they have a different kind of persona this way, and it just is whatever is appealing to you. But again, at $287, there's a lot of people buying costume jewelry, and you can get diamonds and precious, noble metal. I like how they did not only the click on this, but I like how they did the back. They opened it up so that you have a really pretty finished design on the back of it. Well, sometimes if they're all closed on the back, the diamonds don't get as much light, you don't get as much oomph for it, or maybe you don't like a earring that's gonna be overly heavy. This is great because what they did is they open up the lattice, which allows the light in, gives it a pretty touch, but also lightens up the metal weight a bit. So I think it's a really cool back. You will fall in love with these. You're going to forget you even have them on, but they're sizable. They're not an ear hugger. They're a little bit bigger than that. They're about a half of an inch from the top to the bottom. Here you see them on one of our hosts at QVC. And by the way, all of these items are at QVC.com. If you do like what we're doing here, Mama Pat and I, my mom, the Momerator, who's in the chat with you guys live, throw us some hearts, or better yet, subscribe. I would love to get to 300 subscribers. Our group is very small, but it is very loyal. And we're a very niche group of people that just love jewelry. So we love to have your company and your questions, and it's really fun to be here with you. All right, because that bracelet sold out, I wanted to offer you a little treasure that I found. This is new, and it came in at a preview or sale price. It is a bezel set, radiant cut, and I know you've been asking for these. Radiant cuts have so much sophistication. You know how the emerald cut had the nice long baguette type facets? This has got more of that oval arrangement where you can see the vitality in the diamond, right? So if you like a lot of mad sparkle, but you love that squarish, elongated shape, the little bowed edge, this is for you for sure. Whether it's as a pinky ring or whether you wear it, you know, it's more dainty. It's 75 points, so it's very manageable. It is in lab grown, but I mean, so like natural looking with a more perfect finish. And the gold, oh my gosh, the gold. Look at the amount that they used here. I don't know if my sister's here. She usually comes in. I can't see the screen, and Mom's not here physically in the same seat that I am. Amy, if you're there, throw me some hearts. I can kind of see those when they come up. I thought of you when I put this in this morning because I know you like an illusion set diamond or a tension set diamond. What's kind of nice about this setting is it has that same ambiance. Do you see how you can see the entire side of the diamond? But it's more protected in the bezel set. Ron, my husband, actually wears a tension set diamond as his wedding ring. And I worry sometimes about, like I'm always telling him, take it off when you're out working in the garden or whatever, because tension settings can knock diamonds loose very simply. But if you love that look, this is an awesome solution because this will always stay. Look at the amount of gold. It's always going to stay rock solid in that setting. I think she's really lovely. Look at that. Yum. Okay, so that is J453349. If you're playing along at home, it is $851, which doesn't even cover the cost of the gold these days. I mean, seriously, gold prices have never been higher. They don't seem to be slowing down. I was reading an article, I guess it was Sunday, that was saying that gold prices are likely to go up to around the mid 4,000s next year. So if you are going to buy gold, the time has never been better than now, honestly, if you want to beat that escalation again. I don't think we're going to see the dips that we did way back when. I think it's going to keep going up, but that's me. So I'm buying it now. If I can, it's on 3 easy pays of, get this, 3 easy pays of $284. So 3/4 of a carat, Perfect for a stack if you're building a stack. Like I know mom, she loves to stack her jewelry. She's got a lot of the little sliver stacks that she wears, or she'll get two of them and put one on each side of a diamond ring. This as an engagement ring is not too big, not too small. It's the sweet spot. It's the size that I wore for years and years when we first got engaged. I wore my grandmother's wedding ring, and it was 3/4 of a carat, and it shows gorgeously on your hand. It's just very tasteful. It's very refined. Nobody's ever going to question, is it? You know, I mean, it's obviously a real diamond. I love it. That is my kind of ring right there. I just wish we had more of them, and you can see it is that perfect size, not too big, not too small, that just right size. So Ron and I are off to have some more fun this week. I will be back with you here in the Sunshine Studio on Monday. Mama Pat will also be with me as we go to QVC.com and we live stream there. I'd like to invite you to join us. Otherwise, every Wednesday we are here for you at 10:30 Eastern Time. So let me go ahead and remind you, Mondays 12:15, and we would love it, again, if you would give us a little share or a little follow. That would be just absolutely wonderful. I want to walk you back through the high spots here. That ring that we just visited is J453349. If you want to go check it out at QVC.com. Again, not pushing you, just showing you some of our favorite things. I think you're really going to love what you see when you start shopping at Q. These hoop earrings are J454790. They just got discounted 30%. So, and that's today. If you're watching in replay, I don't even know if they're still available, but go check them out if you have an interest. Again, 454790, they're $287.98, 3 easy pay of $96. They come in the yellow gold or in the rhodium over sterling silver. This bracelet, I wish you the best on this. I don't know what's going to happen. I hope we can get it back in stock. Keep the item number handy. It's really gorgeous. It is item number J453084. But again, remember, did I ever finish that thought? If you are looking for this thick gold plating, this thicker product, which is a premium product from us here at Firelight Lab Grown, look for the word bold in the top line description. It's indicative of a collection that we're building for you, which has these Italian influences, and it's going to have a more luxurious gold. It's going to have that beautiful, thick, bold gold. So you're onto something here. If you want to go through and you look for things that say bold in the top line description, you're more oftentimes going to find than not this very special plating. You have to be careful. You don't want to spill the beans too early, but I want you to know about it. All right, so the cover girl, the 8-carat emerald, is J448632. 3 easy pay of $2,126. It's just so incredibly beautiful. If you want to wow her, if you want a guaranteed kiss under the mistletoe, fellas, this is the one, without a doubt. Again, walking you through our lives as we celebrate those moments and want you to celebrate in diamonds too. It just feels so good to be able to put on the real thing. Yellow diamonds, if they've been on your wish list ever since you saw Marilyn Monroe wearing them, she was famous for them. There's also a famous former First Lady who's been in the news recently that loves her yellow diamonds as well. J453076, no matter what your politics, you gotta admire what some of those ladies wear. 3 easy pays of $675, and that is a gorgeous, gorgeous cushion cut in the middle. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to mention, those are Asher cuts on the side in the white diamonds. That alone is worth a second glance. Again, $2,024. It is great. These necklaces are where we started. They're $292.98. Those are the Etruscan styles that I think are just so special. Expect to see more of these kinds of details moving forward. I'm really into it right now. I love the whole historical aspect of jewelry and the fact that it connects us to our past and to the people that we love so dearly. So thanks again for joining us. I think I'm probably at my time. I want to say goodbye for now, but I will see you on Monday at QVC.com for another live stream. Until then, stay safe, everybody. And again, you can always reach out to me at hello@youaresolidgold.com. Special thanks to Mama Pat for steering the ship from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Again, I love you. If I could throw you hearts, I would, but I'm sitting just a little too far away. But I'll talk to you soon, everybody, and have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful, sparkling, bright, happy day. I'll see you Monday.